on, guys? We're doing an overview today of Kohaku. Let's get into it. What is going on, guys? Hope you enjoyed that character trailer. Now we're going to be moving on to the character herself. We're going to go ahead and jump onto the base stats by jumping into the collab area of on the banners, and we're just going to kind of go over just the base stats, and then we'll compare them to what I have right now. So currently we have a soldier type, HP of 4817, MP of 154, strength of 1117, defense of 1018, INT of 650, and a magic defense of 1033. So this is going to be the base stats for when you first acquire the character. This is going to have her base skills as well. So we also have a weakness to fire, 20 points resistance to earth, 25 points resistance to thunder, and then a minus 5 point resistance to darkness. She is weak against poison, blind, and has a resistance to curse and nil to illness. Going over the base skills right here provided for us in their free kit, doing a calculation and kind of going over this, you're saving over 100 SC alone, and it's a good save. Everything on here is beneficial to the character. I didn't really feel like there's anything really at all wrong with this. It's built perfectly for her, and it just benefits her to the max. So we'll be going over all this stuff in the final build here, but as you can see, it's great stuff. Sword boost, sword high boost, all this stuff is very costly, guys, so we'll be going over that here shortly. We will jump into the abilities real quick since we're already here. We have all of her attacks are going to be earth based. So we have there's no escape. It closes the gap and slashes through enemies with an earth combo attack. We also have S2, you're wide open. Wide earth combo attack around the unit, so it does kind of have like an AoE. It will pull enemies in, and then victory is mine. Now this is kind of like the same thing as the S1, but just a bigger version of it, just massive amount of damage. This is a medium range earth combo attack, and then her S4 lightning speed. This will be a lightning thunder combo attack on all enemies. So moving on to the actual build itself that I have here, my character is going to be based on raw damage. So we are going to go over the base summary. As you can see, mine is going to be a lot higher than what we just saw. We're also going to go over the arc, the stacking of the arc that I'm using as well. So we'll go ahead and check that out here shortly when I do showcase all her moves and stuff in one of the matches. So we have a strength. Right now her sitting stats on base of what I'm running right now is at 2325 with a 433 increase. And then we have a defense of 1306, and then plus 71. INT is 650, and then magic defense is 1064 plus 31. We also have an increase in HP. I don't really mess with the MP too much, but we'll keep it the way it is right now. So jumping into the equipment first, we have Sword of Lost Souls. This is going to be an increase in health. Also, just to give you guys a heads up, this sword is obtainable in the Zaylorg fight. Once you completed that fight, you'll go ahead and obtain this sword. So this sword is a level 7, 7-star weapon with an increase of health of 500 and physical damage to 250, or physical attack damage. We also have the Scarlet Blade, which is also an increase to HP, and then a 158 to attack. I am running the accessory, and this is obtainable through the event that is going on right now in the Dr. Stone. It is a stone statue of a bird. I am just using this to kind of show off, one of the one of the accessories that are in the collab. So this has a attack of 25 and a defense of 40. Just to kind of go over the traits, is unable to feint from enemy attacks. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And then you also have a 10-point resistance to thunder. So it's just going to stack onto that as well. I'm also running the Norling Flag. This is a damage buff of 31 and then a magic damage buff of 31. Damage dealt to enemies in feint or in break is plus 25. Now she is a phenomenal breaker. You can run her all types of ways. Breakers, hardcore DPS, just full on DPS. I mean, just build her as the bosses come, or the fights that you're going to have in front of you. I don't know if I've already said this, but I'll go over again. She is a full awaken, full ability board. And now we're going to go into the skill set. So currently I'm running her free kit and then stuff that I've added. She has a skill cost of 80, which is the max right now. We have an HP of 4, which is plus 15%, and then we have all the attacks 1 through max. So this is all going to increase her physical damage, and I am running a defense boost 3 and 4. This is just because she's on the front line a lot, doing massive amount of damage, and I'd hate for her to die for something. So I want to keep that defense up. So that is why I'm using that. Fighting Spirit, for those who don't know, it's a strength and HP plus 8%, and then the crit 1 through 3. All these will increase your crit rate by a certain percentage, while the crit rate here too is plus 5. For those that don't know, Advanced Aim Vitals is critical hit power plus 50% and then 30%. So these are going to be really good. We are running Father Shield. Chance to automatically guard increases damage reduction rate when guarding. Illusion, chance of evading physical attacks. This is part of her free kit. So you can run her as a Slayer, and then using Special Boost will increase that by 50%. So I have all this stuff ready for her just because if I need to have it, I will use it. So I basically build all my characters based on what I'm going to be using for the future. So this character is future proof basically. I am running also light movements. This is part of our free kit. Continuous speed and haste effect. Great. I know it probably doesn't seem like a lot, but it's amazing because auto haste itself is a total of 14 SC, and then you also get that continuous speed as well. And the haste is going to dramatically increase your SCT gain, so you definitely want that because of how fast she is. So we have Flying Shadow, increased movement speed at max HP. Energetic Girl, this is a proprietary skill to her only. When physical attacking at 50% HP or more, increases break with physical attack damage to enemies, and break is plus 20%. Now I believe that does stack with breaker and break boost. Like I said, she is an insane breaker, definitely one of the best. The bar just goes from 100 to 0 so quickly. We also are running Earth Attack Raise. Now this, I'm not too 100% sure if this stacks with Earth Bounty, because this is a 20% increase to Earth and Thunder. I actually have seen the 2 pop up on the side there, so I want to say it does work. So it'll be a total of 40% to Earth damage, and then you also get that Thunder attribute attack. Now the reason why I like this Earth Bounty in general is because if you were to kind of calculate them, both Earth Attack Raise here is 20% and it is 11 SC. So if you want to say Thunder Attack Raise is 11 SC as well, it's a total of 22 which you're saving. I actually might swap out the Earth Attack Raise for something else, maybe Terra Melt 2, or Breaker, Break Boost. Like I said, tons of stuff you can do with this character. Surprise Attack and Backstab, and the reason why I'm using this is because she does her S1 and it goes behind the enemy, and then you can do S1 again and it hits him from the back. So that Surprise Attack and Backstab do activate for a total of 50 plus 30, so a total of 80% if it hits. If you are running, people that cause status ailments like V and several others, you can run Terra Melt and Terra Melt 2, which is a total of 50% increase to people with status ailments. Like I said, just possibilities are there, guys, and just build her based on what the fight is going to be. We are running Bless Speed, which is boost movement speed. Piercing physical attacks have a chance to greatly reduce enemies' defenses. Double Impact, this is based on regular attacks and will deal additional damage. Right here is where she really shines. We have dual wield, and we all know how expensive dual wield at 14 SC, and then these two alone will cost you a total of, I believe, 13 SC for the sword and sword boost. And then, yeah, like I said, dual wield, and then those two, she's just unstoppable. Skill charge 1 through 3, we're going to build that SC quickly. Determination, survive once when lethal damage is taken, and then you'll recover some HP. Sharp eyes, for each attack consume plus 3% 3% MP, and then a 50% damage boost. So that's actually really good. Sometimes you run out a little quickly, but since she's really strong on that crit area and DPS, you actually can kind of make every round count, and it will last a pretty good way. Right now I am running Breaker, which does boost the break level, but I also swap it out for not swap it out, but I will add sometimes the physical damage to enemies in break plus 30%, and that's also going to stack with my accessories. So for her personal skill, she has a chance to recover SCT during physical attacks, which is phenomenal, and I will showcase that here shortly because you're going to see how fast her SCT gains. It's just amazing. We have Kinro's Pursuit. When physically attacking, chance to deal extra damage, physical slash special damage cap is plus 2,000. I believe this was added in the newest update. Before she was hitting 9,999. Now she's hitting that 12,999 area. So this was part of the update. She's now even better than she was before. So I'm having so much fun with this character right now. I'm so glad they buffed her. We have Genro's support. When physically attacking, chance to greatly reduce enemies' defense and do damage. Physical slash, I believe I already said that, right? Oh man, I'm losing. Oh, no, I didn't. They both are very similar. Reduce enemies' defense and do physical slash special damage plus 10%. Wow, I didn't realize how identical they were. Yeah, that's crazy. That's awesome. Alright, cool. And then, of course, my favorite guys, Your Demon-like Way, Battlestar, Autocast, Grand Brave, Crit, and Speed. She already has a speed buff, but this does benefit her crit area and Grand Brave. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I might swap that out, because depending on the arc that I'm using, and I will go over several arcs that she can use, I'll be able to swap that out, because there's other ways that could benefit me if you want to save the SC. So jumping into the arcs, well actually we're going to jump into a fight real quick, and then we're going to go over the arcs, and I'm also going to showcase what the arc is doing to her as a character and how much damage she's getting. So we're going to go ahead and run, we'll go ahead and run this one right here. It is a level 90, so it is not on the low side, but we will single-handedly take it on. So right now I'm running Eldravana. Now the reason why I like this is because it is a special boost is 120, and then a special damage cap of 5,000, and then she does get a boost in physical damage as time passes with the max of 50%. I just love this because it's just raw damage, and of course the stats. Look, the strength alone is 415 and defense is 315. So she benefits so much from that. I definitely like using this Mech Dragon. On the side, just because the only thing that, on the side note though, you do have to run a Mimic Machine and Mimic Dragon to benefit the stats here, but they're phenomenal stats there, guys. I'm having a lot of fun with this arc. It's definitely one of my top SSR arcs that are out right now. You can run that one. You can run Swordsman Tail, which is Balin's arc. It has a great damage output, a decent defense, but it more kind of benefits the magic defense area. But this one is gonna be really good for bosses because the damage increases the size based on the enemy size. We also have Ice Guardian, which is very good for crit damage, and yeah, it's very good for that extra damage and crit attack. We also have Sword of Corpses, which is by far one of the coolest looking arts, and it does great wonders for sword users. As you can see here, plus 3% to crit rate, plus 30 to crit damage, and plus 2 to curse resistance. And then you also get a boost of strength plus 4% when defeating enemies up to 10 times. Just phenomenal. Like I said, you can pretty much run any arc on her, but to benefit from the boost. Now this is really neat. So Phoenix Blow is going to have a break damage of plus 100 stacked onto whatever she already has, and then we have upon enemy defeat you get a special gauge boost of 10% and then skill damage plus 25. So those S1 through 4 are just gonna go insane over this stuff. So that's also a great arc too, and it does have a really good damage output. But so far we're gonna go ahead and demonstrate the Eldravana arc, and we're gonna go ahead and launch this guy. So I'm going to demonstrate S1 through 3. I probably will not get to the S4 because of how fast she eliminates the board, but we will go over, how fast her SC gains. So as you can see, just by staring at that S1, how fast it's going. Look at that. It's just phenomenal. We're already at 2. We barely just started the match and already at 2 SC. And then she's going to hit her max of 3 right there, as you can see right there. So we can annihilate the board with just her S1 alone. It looks like, so as you can see, I used 2, but because I eliminated an enemy and I hit an enemy, I automatically gained even more SC. So it's really hard to run out of her attacks. As you can see, I'm already at 3. I can use S1 alone and then S2, and it just eliminates the board. She does have a pretty good recovery on her special. You definitely can get it, but just as of right now, she's just that raw damage is taking over. So as you can see, her S1 just goes through, and then that's when you're able to do like the back attack. As you can see, this prize attack it was effective on that hit. Watch, I'm gonna do it again, and just see that backstab and surprise attack. So she's getting that percentage in damage, and then of course we'll use the S2. Look at that, it pulls them in. Just insane. Look at that damage. As you can see, I was in the middle map and it still managed to pull that one enemy in. Just an amazing character. As you can see, we're back again, as if we're running Pirate's Feast. We can wipe this whole board off in an instant. Look at that. Yep. Just phenomenal. If you guys do get this character, definitely in the comments below, tell me how you're running her and how much fun you are having with her. Because she is by far one of the coolest characters out there, even when I first got her last year. So just to see what she's scaling at right now with Eldravana, look at that, we're at 3,699. I believe it does go up, the max that I've seen. Actually no, with running the other sword I was almost at 4K. So her strength just skyrockets in game. As you can see, we have a defense of 1,600 and then a magic defense of 1,300. So guys, she's going to have that really good defense, and you know, honestly, a lot of the users in here that are high DPS, they won't have defense like that. So you know, she's just overall just a monster of a character. So we'll go ahead and let's gather all these together and let's just do this S3 and watch them just die. Oh, and then they poison. That happens. Let's do the S3 again. Look at that damage. You can't even see the character. S1, and then we'll finish off with the S2. As you can see, the damage is so high we're not even able to build that S4, which is totally okay because we did show off it in the character reel. But I just wanted to kind of, you know, demonstrate, you know, what she's capable of. So guys, thank you so much for watching today. I really do appreciate it. I can't thank you guys enough for all the support. But if you guys have any recommendations to, you know, improve the quality of the channel, please let me know in the comments below. Please share, you know, your stories with the characters that you're currently using. Like and subscribe if you like today's content. And I will check you guys later. Peace.